What is going on, everybody? This is Yes, I Read That, and today I am reviewing The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This book is obviously very well known, but I still haven't read it for a very long time, and now that I read it, I have to recommend it so hard for you. So the story of this book is not that important, because the book is hilarious. It is so funny, but that doesn't mean the story isn't good. The story is still very great. So let's get into the story a little bit. Far out in the uncharted backwaters of the unfashionable end of the western spiral arm of the galaxy lies a small, unregarded yellow sun. Orbiting this at a distance of roughly 92 million miles is an utterly insignificant little blue-green planet whose ape-descended lifeforms are so amazingly primitive that they still think digital watches are a pretty neat idea. So we are obviously talking about the planet Earth here, and if you couldn't tell by this quote, the book has a lot of hilarious jokes. One of our protagonists is Arthur Dent, who is actually waking up and finds his house will be demolished to make space for a bypass. So he is quite angry at the workers because he wasn't notified in time. It doesn't really matter though. His friend Fort Prefect reveals he's actually an alien and the world will be destroyed 12 minutes later to make room for an intergalactic freeway. They actually managed to get a last second hitchhike to escape, and Arthur Dent is shocked to find himself on one of the Wogan ships that actually destroyed the Earth. His friend Fort Prefect actually reveals he's a writer for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is basically a Wikipedia of the entire universe, and he was researching new planets and was stuck on planet Earth for way too long. It then turns out that the Vogons don't really like hitchhikers, so the ship's boss reads them some poetry and throws them out to outer space, where they drift until they die. They actually get saved though, and they continue to go on one of the most crazy and most hilarious adventures I have ever read. I have to say, I really enjoyed this book. The characters are really funny, the jokes are hilarious, and the jokes just don't stop coming. The setting and the story is really insane, but it is very good. And the book really has almost no negative points. The only point I can say that's actually a bit weird is that the ending was very abrupt. Because in the end they just decide, hey, we're gonna get out of here, let's get some lunch at the restaurant at the end of the universe, which is the next book, and then the book is just over. But other than that, I have to say this book is really mind-blowingly amazing. If you like reading books and you didn't read this one yet, then you're in the same situation that I was in. I actually never read this book before, and I'm really happy that I did now, because the book is amazing. It definitely deserves the reputation, and I highly recommend you read it. There's also so many references you've heard before. Like, have you ever heard the number 42 as the answer to everything? This is actually where that's coming from. So the overall score I will give this book is a 9 out of 10, really just because it is a bit short for my liking. So as I said, this is an amazing book. The ending is just very abrupt, and that's why this book gets a 9 out of 10 and not a 10 out of 10, because I feel like that reading the next book is actually required. I highly recommend you read this. It's a very short read, but if you know you're gonna want more, then I actually recommend picking up the Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy edition, which is this one here, and it actually contains all of the books. The link is in the description below. So if you enjoyed this review, please consider dropping a like or maybe subscribe to this channel. Also, tell me what you're currently reading or what you thought of this book. I'm always interested. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Bye!